Yeah. Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Boogie, what up? Hey.
Welcome to Watch the Right Film, the show where we discuss, debate, and review black film. Today, I got a special guest with me today. We got a guy from the land of Chi-Town.
That's right.
My man, Kahlil.
What's up, y'all? Kahlil Wilson.
Kahlil Wilson. My bad, man.
Wilson.
You know.
That's cool. That's cool. No, that's right.
Kahlil.
yeah. What's up, Doc?
All right, so let's get into the show. So first, we're going to start off with a review of the new Idris Elba film, Beast of No Nation. Now, this movie, it premiered on Netflix and theaters at the same time. And it was something that was a little bit different. They've tried this with different movies before, like Tower Heist and a couple other little low-budget films. But this is probably one of the bigger movies that they've done it with, that Netflix picked up. And no studio wanted to pick it up because I think it didn't really have an appeal to like a major audience. For some reason, I think white people are afraid to watch movies about Africa unless like a white person's there. like if Leonardo DiCaprio is not there, if you don't have a white person in Africa, Jim Carrey, you don't want to see.
I kind of have some ideas about why they wouldn't want to pick it up. I don't. We can kind of talk about it when we review it. But
okay, so what'd you think about it? What'd you think about the film?
I thought it was good. To me, it was slightly confusing, but I think that's what the director's intent actually was to kind of really kind of make the movie through that child's eyes, and then through that kid, he was also confused about what was going on, what was like his missions, where were they even at, like what was he doing. So I felt a little bit confused during the movie, and at times you can kind of get a little bit, frustrated, kind of like, what I'm saying, where are they even at? What are these missions? But I think that was the intent, for you to not know what was going on and almost kind of have like a psychedelic experience, which is kind of what the child was going through. Just kind of like, like to tell you all, like, child soldiers in Africa notoriously use a lot of hallucinogens in order to go on their missions and kill people and stuff like that. So it's a lot of child drug use in this movie. Yeah.
One of the things I liked the movie. I enjoyed it a lot. On my first initial thought about the film, I wondered if I liked it until I realized, because when you get to the end of it, it's like, that's it, really. But when you think about it, it's more about the journey, more so than where it's supposed to end up. Because it really doesn't have a plot. It's not much of a plot to it. But what it is why it's such an enjoyable film is because it's almost like Apocalypse Now in that you see the process of how the Africa is the way it is today, because you have these children who the government kills their families. And they have nowhere to look to, so you have them just attach themselves to anything that seems like a chance of a family, a tribunal situation. And it's like you don't even have to brainwash these kids to thinking like, I need to kill. It's like the government, the situation in Africa sets itself up to have this continuous situation, a rotation of just people wanting to grow up to be killers because that's all they know.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because in a way it sort of parallels here, where like if you live in like a rough neighborhood, the police are your enemies. So it's not so hard to find yourself joining like some sort of street gang or something like that, to align yourself with something that will give you safety. Like especially if that street gang is policing your neighborhood, and like the cops are like policing your neighborhood. You see on the news they're killing young black men. It's sort of like you don't even really particularly have to brainwash them, because they just need somewhere to go and just some type of group to be associated with.
And one thing that I loved about the film was the colors. Like it was so vibrant. Like it was so saturated. Like the blues were really the deep dark blues. The reds was deep reds. And Idris Elba, man, he killed that role. Like I think if people see this movie, they're going to be confused. They're not going to know if he's African. They're not going to know if he's British. They're not going to know if he's just a street gangster from Baltimore. Like, this dude is so versatile.
All right. 2 comments on that.
All right.
All right. When you talk about about like the cinematography or like the videography. Like, I don't know whatever, but I don't know what it's called. But like, dog, I paused that movie a couple of times and was like, "Yo, who the fuck shot this?" Like, I was like, "Yo, who shot this?" Dog, when they were in like the little trenches, they were in like trenches. It looked better than like what I'm saying, the Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
it looked better than Saving Private Ryan. Like when he was walking through kind of like the waters and like the different people were like falling over, or like one guy was like smoking a blunt or something. Like it was mad blunts in the movie. that was pretty tight. But yeah, it was just like the one dude was smoking, then he had to go like tell the one guy something. He was like, yo, like go and get like the ammo, and then like we followed him through there. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I was like, this looks great.
It makes you just want to go to Africa just to see those scenes.
Dog,
but you'll get awesome there and you'll be disappointed. Like, man, this is some regular old dirt. Like, what the heck? But yeah, it was that movie was beautifully shot. It was really shot.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, that was probably, but it is confusing a little bit because I think that it's very hard to almost follow the film.
Yeah.
Because once the kid, the main actor, once he's with Idris Elba and his army, you really don't know what they're fighting for, or
that's kind of my
who
point.
They're fighting for, because they were fighting the government.
Yeah.
But it's very like hard to tell that, and I think that's part of the film. I think that's part of what the film is doing.
That was exactly
it's like
what I was starting out with.
The kid doesn't know. So why should you know?
Yeah, like we're like specifically. I mean, like it's almost like a first person like shooter, like those like video games. It's like a first person shooter type of thing. Excuse me, where it's just like I mean, like you're looking at a regular movie, but yeah, like you may as well be looking directly through his eyes almost.
But
like,
they do that with a lot of films though. Like if you look at all the Transformers films, instead of just having them deal with just the Transformers, you got like somebody like Shia LaBeouf right there to kind of be your guide through the film. And that's sort of what this child was. But
all right, here's the difference though. Like, okay, in Transformers, they would have like a scene where you would see like the bad Transformers like without Shia LaBeouf, and they'd be like talking shit or whatever about the good Transformers. In this movie, I don't think that we ever had a scene where the kid wasn't in, did we?
This is the one scene where Idris Elba was talking to his commander.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, did we ever have like a scene that wasn't almost like camera over the shoulder of this kid? But just the one with his commander. Okay.
But man, I
but
really,
even that though, wasn't he?
He was close.
He was close. A guard in that room.
No. They sent him out. He was eating food.
They sent him out. Okay,
he was eating food. But yeah, man, Idris Elba in this film, man, you talking about fantastic. I thought this dude was really good. Like,
I was gonna disagree.
You don't think he was that great?
I thought he just Alba. I was listening to the accent. He sounded like somebody doing an African accent. Like I didn't think it was like it didn't sound like it sounded like me just going like, hello, hey, you.
I say you're live.
Yeah, but like I mean, obviously a better actor than me, but it was sort of equivalent to a good actor just going like, hey, like you over there, like I am African now. Like I was kind of like, I think
his dad is African, so I think that might be why he kind of has that. Like he maybe take a little too much pride in like trying to be African because his dad is from like Sudan or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I think, but overall, I would say I would give it I'll give it 3 stars, 3 out of 4 stars.
Okay, out of 4, I would give it.
Well, what's your rating system? How do you rate
I don't even know. Like a 1 to 10.
75 out of 100.
I use like numbers. Yeah. Like numbers. Like all right. So all right.
Out of 10.
I'll say 1 to 10. I would give it 7, which is basically 3 out of 4. Yeah, like you said.
Well, I think if I had to take it to that scale and multiply it, I think I would have to give it a 8. I give it 8. Okay. It's not something I'm gonna watch consistently because it's the subject matter is very brutal and harsh.
Yeah, I'm probably never gonna watch it again. Dog. All right, it's gonna be a little spoiler alert. Idris Elba rapes the kids.
Oh yeah, that was that's something.
I wasn't ready for. I wasn't ready.
That little boy walks out of that room.
Yeah,
limping like,
and it was pretty much implied that the other kid was getting raped too. Was also raped,
and that's why he shut up.
So it was just Stryker. Yeah, striker.
Striker.
Punch. Yeah. Bam. But oh man, I shouldn't have said he rapes kids. That much, but anyway, striker.
That was like one of the scenes that just was like, whoa. I don't know if I should be watching this.
Yeah, I was kind of like, all right, this is one of those one-time watches.
but it's one of those things that they throw in there because it's like they're trying to be real, but that just to me felt a little too real. Yeah, but when you think about it, I mean, I guess if you in Africa by yourself, no women, I don't know. I'm not gonna touch it. It has been announced that Chris Rock will host the Oscars for 2016. Chris Rock last hosted the Oscars in 2005. So, Kahlil Wilson.
What's up?
What do you think about Chris Rock? What do you think about the ideas of Chris Rock hosting the Oscars this year?
Well, Brandon Fincher. I like the idea. Chris Rock, I don't really know who makes good hosts anymore because there aren't, like, I don't really kind of see these older comics or, like, host types. Like, there isn't, like, a Billy Crystal out anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not to say I love Billy Crystal, but there isn't, like, that type of a dude. Like, I mean, who would it even be? Like, maybe, like, Jack Black or something?
Man, I was watching something where they were, or I was reading something where they said The Rock should host something.
Oh, hell yeah.
Could you imagine him hosting something?
No, The Rock would be the
everyone
shit.
To shut up. Not Chris Rock, but The Rock.
Yeah. No, The Rock and Chris Rock?
Hey, Chris Rock is one of my favorite comedians of all time, but, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, because it's such a generalized thing, and like they censor everything so much. Like, the last thing I remember seeing him host was the BET Awards. And when he did that was like, I think, 2014 or something like that. When he did that, the jokes didn't hit to me. Like, okay. I felt like they were a little bland, a little just, because he likes to be real edgy sometimes, and political. But I don't think they gave him that platform. It wasn't that platform for it, but I just didn't like him as a host. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not, like, I think that Chris Rock, I mean, like, he has to work within, like, the confines of such a hard, like, I mean, such a large event. It's on ABC, I believe, right? Kind of, I mean, basically, whoever hosts, I don't think will be necessarily great because they only have so much to work with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much to work with. I don't know who can sort of turn a Channel 7 primetime award show into something that's like, oh shit, I'm like 25. I'm like drinking brews. Like, I love the fucking Oscars, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's gonna be like, yo, this some badass shit. Like, like you go. I mean, even if you try to throw like a Miley Cyrus out there, or like Taylor Swift, it's gonna be like, oh, this is for like the young people, but it's still gonna be corny because you're gonna be like, oh, some old white dudes put this up here trying to appeal to me. Like, it's always gonna look a little bit staged because it's the fucking Oscars. Yeah. And it is like,
But I will say this: I'm happy that he is gonna be able to do it. I'm glad that they're gonna give him that platform to to do something, make some money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get his name back out there. I think after top 5, it kind of catapulted him up into like. If Hollywood was like, all right, Chris Rock, we're ready to bring you back. Come on, let's get you out the cage.
Like, I mean, that's basically my thoughts exactly. Like, if you gotta have somebody do it, why not Chris Rock? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you gonna throw like $1 million at some person to just say some fucking written bullshit about, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it may as well be Chris Rock. Why not? Like,
that.
Yeah, give it to Kid Cudi or some shit, maybe.
On to the next topic. Yeah. So, with Chris Rock hosting the Oscars, I thought that'd be a good segue to bring up. What is your favorite Chris Rock performance in a movie?
Oh, it's got to be Pookie, Brandon. It's the only option, I think.
Pookie?
Hell fucking yeah, dog.
New Jack City. Calling me, man.
Dog. Chris Rock, like, he was like a large part of like that movie, and that movie is one of the most classic. Like, it's like the classic movie in black cinema, I would say. Like, I mean, Wesley Snipes. How he didn't win an Oscar for that? I mean, like, okay, that was like before black people were even being, considered for Oscars.
Yes.
And especially drug movies. But Wesley Snipes was like, that was the best acting performance I might have ever seen still.
It's good. It's really good in there. Yeah. But I think for me, for Chris Rock, I think he's done good in a lot of movies. He's done serviceable. I mean, he didn't have.
I don't know about that.
I think serviceable. Like what
movie are we talking here?
I thought Down to Earth was funny a little bit. That's like a guilty pleasure of mine.
Down to Earth was good. It's an old white man. You bet, dog. I don't like that. All right, just to get real for a second. I don't like the way that movie paints the woman. The woman just started dating this old white dude. Yeah, and he was basically just like, it's me. Like fucking Chris Rock. But I'm an old white dude. And she was like, all right. And like she was like falling in love with him. Yeah, like how is she falling in love with an old white man?
Yeah, no, because she knew he was rich. That's why.
Duh, like, that's what I'm saying. Basically.
When he turned back into a black dude, there wasn't no chance.
That's what I mean. It was bogus. She was bogus as hell.
He's gonna get that one date, and she's gonna be like, "Damn, you got no job. You just got a car accident." Nah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if you Chris Rock, why would you just accept another body? Dog. What if the dude penis is small? Like, you already had to wake up with a white man penis, then you got to wake up with another dude. Like, man, this ain't even me.
Dog, and he's old. Dog, all right. What didn't make sense about that movie? They cast it wrong. That movie shouldn't have been a Chris Rock movie. That movie should have been like okay, a Rodney Dangerfield movie, but like man. With him just being like, hey, it's me. I'm a black dude. Like, yo, we should have been looking at like the old white dude.
Now do you think about it?
Because nothing was funny
so
because
oh my god.
Because yo, like they kept doing these bits where you had to like imagine like, oh wait, but that's an old white dude. But okay, we're looking at, you know what I'm saying, Chris Rock dancing around. Yeah. We should have been looking at like, you know what I'm saying, Rodney Dangerfield dancing around, acting black. Even though that would have been racist. That would have been a racist ass movie, but it would have been way funny. Yeah, it would have been way funny.
Or even like I would love to see like Gene Hackman do that.
Yeah. Like just any old like white guy. That's funny.
That's hilarious. We need to pitch that movie. Yeah. Like a remake of Down to Earth starring Chris Rock and Gene Hackman.
Did you forget the name of your favorite Chris Rock movie?
That's not my favorite. I'm just giving an example. My favorite role personally is his role as the little kid, the teen, and I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Oh, yeah, one rib.
Let me get one rib. And how much for a cup of soda?
Yeah.
How much you give me for 50 cents? Like, oh man, that was hilarious. I remember seeing that as a kid and just being like, that was like the funniest scene in the movie to me. No. And actually that was part of his stand up. Oh. So it wasn't even like as he came in and said it, he like literally contributed that to the movie, to Keenan Ivory Wayans. And he was like, what's up. Just do that.
I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, that's tight, man. And, but I actually just said that joke recently. I was at Harold's, and I was joking that I wanted one wing.
Did they give it to you?
Hell no. They knew like the reference because like that is a classic joke, man. You're right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at Harold's in Chicago, they probably hear that all the time.
Let me get one wing. But they're like, hi.
But this is the thing. The people that come and ask it, they be for real.
Damn. It's fucked up if you're in a Harold's. That's true.
All right, on to the next topic. All right, on to the next topic. So, one question that I got from a Twitter follower. I don't remember his Twitter handle, but somebody on Twitter, in the Twitterverse.
Somebody tweeting.
They asked the question, do you think that Eddie Murphy can make a comeback? Now, if you look at the latest Eddie Murphy films, got like Tower Heist, the Norbits of the world, Meet Dave, Haunted Man. Like Eddie Murphy was like
Dave.
I think like Kevin Hart was like in his head talking for him or something like that. Okay. Like if you think about Eddie Murphy in the 80s, like how this dude just had a movie like every year. Like he was Kevin Hart before Kevin Hart, but I think his movies was just on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like
he was different than Kevin Hart because Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, you could call it a comedy a little bit, but I mean, he was almost. I mean, that was almost like a comic making the leap to like. I don't like who's the biggest like action star now? Like Vin Diesel or something. that was like a comic just being Vin Diesel or something.
Yeah, like he really transcended.
Because Beverly Hills Cop wasn't like super comic. Like,
nah, and then even when you look at stuff like Boomerang. Like if you look at Boomerang, like
that's like a real acting job. That's not there.
Like that's a full like the modern day romantic comedy.
Yeah,
and
it's like Morris Chestnut or something.
Yes,
so he became
so
Vin
good.
Diesel and Morris Chestnut.
and he put so many people on back then. Like he would just throw Martin in his movies, and not even being famous or something like that. Throw all these Tommy Davidsons and all those in the world. And throw him in the movie and kind of put them on and put them in the forefront. But like, I don't know if he just stopped caring and just wanted paychecks or we saw Eddie Murphy wants money. But
I was gonna say he wanted to become just like the richest, like he wanted to just make as much money as possible. Also, I mean, just to be fair, those family movies are not that bad. I mean, they're just family movies. Like I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like for me to sit here and like shit on like Dr. Dolittle, like I mean Dr. Dolittle wasn't made for me. Like that's not for me.
But maybe you can crap on Dr. Dolittle 2 or Nutty Professor 3.
All right,
read the clump. Like
I don't even remember Nutty Professor 3. What was he? What was he doing?
Eat more food. More costumes.
I remember Janet Jackson and Jada Pinkett.
You know what?
And then what was 3?
No, you right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I feel like it's a 3 though.
And Meet the Clumps. I don't remember that either.
That's the one with Janet Jackson with the dog.
Oh yeah.
Somebody.
No, all right. I think that there was 2, but they just are so boring that it just felt long as hell. And you was like, this has got to be 3 movies.
But no, like I really wish that he. I don't even know. I don't want to say I don't know what he could be in.
Also, I liked Norbit too, for the record.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I didn't hate it, but
dog, Cat Williams kind of is always like, all right, like had I gone to the theaters to see Norbit, I might feel a little stronger about it. But me just sitting at home drinking a brew on a Sunday watching Norbit is kind of like I'd be like, it's really Cat Williams coming in, yeah. And Mike Epps is in too, right?
Yeah.
It's like Cat Williams and Mike Epps like running around. Like yeah, they was some pimps. That was kind of tight. Like
I feel like Mike Epps reprised his role from How High for that movie.
Yeah.
I felt like that's what it was. Him to slap somebody with some baby powder.
And then Eddie Murphy just being like derogatory to women. Like, all right, I just want to preface this statement by saying I love women. But I also love watching dudes make an ass of themselves by being mean to women. And Eddie Murphy's impression just had me rolling, dog. Just him like, what's Norbit? Norbit, get your dumb ass. Like, that shit had me dying. I was like, this motherfucker is just crazy.
You know what the worst part about it is?
And he had her eating chicken and shit. It was hilarious.
People probably left the theaters thinking like, man, I got an auntie like that. You know what I mean? Like, man, I know somebody in my family look just like that.
Yeah, I mean, some negative portrayals. Like I said, I love women, but some negative portrayals there are some people like that, and it was funny to me. But I understand if people don't like it.
You get offended, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I didn't like it because I thought it was goofy, but yeah, I do wish he would come back and just like he did good in, I guess, what was it? The color, I'm about to say for Color Girls, the singing movie Dreamgirls.
I actually never seen Dreamgirls.
He's good. He loves to sing.
He's like the manager of them or something. Mm-hmm. And then what is it? Jamie Foxx is a manager or something.
I vaguely I've seen it, but I just know both of them was in it.
Yeah.
But all right, on to the next topic. All right, so our next topic is Quentin Tarantino. He did an interview where he talked about how he thought Selma was sort of a TV movie that just happened to go to theaters. Yeah. And plus, he also talked about black critics sort of not really kind of bashing his movies because, for whatever reasons, having like sort of internal reasons for like not liking his movies and stuff like that. And so he kind of addressed that, saying that they shouldn't think about what the color of the director is that's making this movie. They should just accept it for what it is.
Right.
And so that brought me to the topic of what movie, because both of these movies are popular, but what do you think is a more impactful film? 12 Years a Slave or Django Unchained?
Django Unchained, without a doubt.
Okay, I would say 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
And so let's go ahead.
All right. The Django Unchained, I felt, was one of the most empowering and most entertaining
It was a superhero film.
slave movies I've ever seen. Yes, it was essentially a superhero film about a slave that Quentin Tarantino made, and it was dope as fuck. And it was just an amazing movie. Jamie Foxx was such a strong lead. What was it, Christoph
Waltz.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz. Yeah, I got the guy's name inverted. Christoph Waltz, an amazing performance, man. I thought it was perfect casting. Kelly Washington.
Kerry, yeah.
Oh, Kerry Washington. I'm about to say Scandal.
Scandals, people.
Scandal was bad as hell. Perfect wife. Leonardo DiCaprio saying nigga mad times was awesome writing. Like, they didn't shy away from anything. I thought it was an amazing movie. I thought it was just awesome. I never felt so empowered by a slave movie.
Yeah. I think the people who kind of bash that movie, like Spike Lee doesn't like it. He's never seen it. He don't want to see it because he don't think, Quentin Tarantino should have been the person. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Like, he actually was brave enough to tackle that subject. You know what I mean?
I know.
In a different way. And like, he actually, like I said, he made a slavery superhero movie.
Yes.
Like, nobody would think to do that. Like, you have, these great, powerful movies, The Color Purples and The Beloveds and stuff like that, but those are tough to watch. I think that 12 Years a Slave is in that vein of, like, just being really serious. But I think it's such a good movie, stylistically, acting, and all these different things that it to me, it rises above those films. And it might just be because it's modern. So for me, it's my version of those movies. But man, I just love that movie. Like, I've cried over that movie because it's to me it's a beautiful film.
It makes sense that you cried during that movie because that nigga was crying throughout the whole movie. That's why I didn't like 12 Years a Slave. He just cried for 12 years until Brad Pitt came. And then Brad Pitt was just like, I'll mail you, little boy. And then he was just out next week. It was so stupid. Where was his friends?
It's about the journey, man. It's about this man's
when
struggle.
His friend told him to go and join that little violin band.
The
circus. What the fuck? He didn't check up on that nigga? He didn't check up on him at all? I was like, where is his friend? If all that this friend needed was one letter.
Yeah.
To just be like, oh man, my friend's missing. I can go get him right now.
Like,
that was the whole movie. He just was waiting for one letter.
Man,
you could have looked for him. You could look for him.
It's a true story, man.
When that circus came back, he wasn't like, hey, where? I sent y'all out with fucking Brandon. You coming back without Brandon? Where the fuck is Brandon? What did the circus tell him? Like, they were just like, nah.
Hey, man, I don't know.
They was like, I don't
one
know.
of them niggas, I don't know. He went to go spear check. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, I don't know. And he was just like, all right, sounds legit.
But man, I have a real connection with that movie. I really like the performances. The performances in that movie. You making me rethink the film. I have to rewatch it and be like, damn, this nigga's stupid.
It was just him crying. He just cried the whole time. He was just like he tried to send a letter. I don't get why didn't the drunk dude save him. The drunk dude was just bogus for no reason.
That song
it was just to make the movie longer.
That song he was singing was hilarious when he was like, "Run nigga, run nigga, run nigga, run nigga."
Dog, I don't even remember this. I don't even remember that, dog. It was just, I don't know.
But man, I just thought the performances in it were really great.
Dude, the performances in Django Unchained. Leonardo DiCaprio is an Oscar winner, and he took a role in a Quentin Tarantino movie about slavery, in which when he read the script, it was like, yo, you're gonna be fighting black people, and you're gonna use nigga 20 times.
I think
more than 20. What was it? It was probably 50. Yeah, I was gonna say.
He said it a bunch.
And that's an Oscar winner. Dog, what
he
other
hasn't won
Oscar?
But
he hasn't won.
Not yet. That's a big thing. Everyone's always talking about how he hasn't won.
I was gonna say, like, imagine, like, you know what I'm saying, Sandra Bullock taking a movie where she got to say nigga 50
if
times.
Sandra Bullock was in Django Unchained,
Sandra Bullock has to call me.
I would really think about this position.
Or Reese Witherspoon or some shit.
But you know, Will Smith actually was supposed to play Django first.
Oh, that would have been.
He turned it down. The top 3 contenders was Idris Elba, Jamie Foxx, and Will Smith. And Will Smith just was like, it says nigga too much.
Yeah,
and then
he got scared.
And then he was like, no, you know the part where Christopher Waltz shoots Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Will Smith was like, what if I shoot him? I don't know if he should shoot him. I think I should shoot him.
Yeah.
And Quentin Tarantino was like, yeah, this isn't for us. This ain't gonna work out.
Yeah,
this ain't
like,
gonna work out. You're not finna take over my movie.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, that's what Will Smith had. I think that movie would have made a lot more money if Will Smith was in it. I just
he'd have been
like,
dancing and shit in the end, make the soundtrack.
we
going straight. Yeah, I was just saying. Right. Django Unchained up in the up in the mic.
Django, y'all.
Right. Nah, ridiculous. I think Jamie Foxx is perfect.
No, we don't need no getting jiggy with it, man.
Getting Django with it.
The only thing I just didn't like, he couldn't keep his accent going. Jamie Foxx, he didn't know what he wanted to use. If you listen to him at first, yeah, yes sir, yeah. But then like when he gets to like that first slave plantation, he's just talking regular, and then the one girl's just like, I don't know.
Okay. Like,
so that just threw me off.
That's something that I got to go back and look at. Like, it's something that
it was
honestly
just
didn't catch. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, on to the next topic. All right, so on to the next topic. This was announced a couple months ago, but I thought it'd be a good, interesting topic to talk about. So, Kahlil, if I told you you can have any sequel made, and not just get a sequel, but you get 2 sequels to an action buddy cop comedy / action film, who would you pick? But wait, it's got to star Will Smith and or Martin Lawrence. What action comedy movie would you ask for a sequel for?
I think I would say Bad Boys 3 and 4. What?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. In February of 2017, you're going to be getting Bad Boys 3, and also 2019, you're going to be getting Bad Boys 4. So with the news of the latest 3 and 4 Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith returning, Kahlil Wilson, what do you think about this?
I'm not a fan. I think Martin will collapse on set. I was gonna say Martin Lawrence will die.
You know the good thing though,
we basically just made the announcement. Martin Lawrence's death. Martin Lawrence's death is coming to you February 17th, 2017.
I'm conflicted. Like I like Bad Boys 1 and I enjoyed Bad Boys 2. I see Bad Boys 2 on TV like every day. Like it's literally on TBS or TNT like every day.
For sure.
It's the people that really love that film. But man, I mean to announce a 4 before a 3 is even shot, like that's you hoping that Martin Lawrence can stay in shape enough. Like if you look at the first one, he was a skinny little dude. And then the second one, he was kind of chunky. He was just like, an average 30-year-old man. And I don't know what his weight is like now. But he just getting kind of feeble to me.
Yeah. And especially when there's only 2 of them to begin with. like announcing multiple sequels is something you do with like, you know what I'm saying, Star Wars or some shit.
Yeah.
Or but like, you know what I'm saying, Fast and Furious. But like, dog, Bad Boys, you only had 2 of them. So you plan on doubling the amount of Bad Boys
in 4 years. Yeah. When the first 2 came out in like 6 years.
Like what you been doing?
I don't know what else they could do. Like they're getting older. Like Will Smith, obviously, he stays in shape, so he can do whatever he wants for like the next 10 years. Yeah. But by 2019. Yeah, man, Marlon Lawrence gonna be in the wheelchair. They're just gonna replace it with Ice Cube, and ain't nobody gonna know.
I was gonna say I actually just saw what was it? Focus was Will Smith's
Focus.
Last movie? Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah, I like Focus. I like the first half better than the second half.
Oh yeah,
like
sure.
After the first bet, that big bet with the Chinese dude. Yeah, they kind of almost. I didn't like the love story.
It was just nonsense. Yeah, it was nonsense. The second half, it was like.
But that first half was like, oh man, that was a great movie. That first half, if I show that movie to people, I'm just gonna cut off at the first half. Like, man, they lived happily ever after.
Yeah, all right, and then like for Bad Boys, I mean, like I don't know, like I think that they're going to sell tickets just because of like nostalgia. Like, if Bad Boys 3 and 4 comes out, I mean, even though I've done nothing but shit on it and say Martin Lawrence will die in these movies, which is guaranteed, I'm still gonna go pay and buy. I'm still gonna buy a ticket to go see it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm almost sure.
Bad Boy. You talking about Bad Boys 3 and 4? You guys think Star Wars had a massive pre-sale tickets? Black people can go out in droves to see Martin Lawrence and Will Smith together.
Dude, straight out of Compton was like what was it? Like some type of records is set or something.
It was the largest amount of money made by a black film director.
Oh, okay, yeah. But like, yeah, dude, if we went to see Straight Outta Compton like that, and like half of us wasn't even around for NWA. I'm 30 years old. I barely fucking remember NWA. I only know the one song. I only know Straight Outta Compton. Yeah,
you just know that one. And you heard
I know
Hail Mary in the background. You said, "Oh man, that's too far."
Yeah. Oh, I know No Vaseline. That was good. And Fuck the Police, obviously. But black people love nostalgia.
Yeah, you tell
we gonna love some Bad Boys 3 and 4. Goddamn it, Martin Lawrence's dead body, like Weekend at Bernie's and shit. They gotta hold his, and they gotta hold his ass up. Just Will Smith running out. That's stupid. But
yeah, I guess to end, yeah, I'll see him. Am I excited about him? You know, I doubt it because Will Smith's gonna want something where he can kill somebody at the end and. Martin Lawrence gonna want to say. I don't. I haven't seen him in much other than like the Big Mama houses. So he's another one like Eddie Murphy, where you just questioning like, can he come back?
Dog, what if he had to be Big Mama? And if they make him dress up like Big Mama and he's like, you know what I'm saying, undercover with Will Smith, is just like back up. I would fuck with that shit. I would enjoy it. I would fuck with it.
I have to make a poster for that. Big Mama Bad Boy.
Yeah. Dog, Big Mama's deep undercover.
Man.
Phil Giamatti or something.
But how funny would that be? Dog, Big Mama awesome. And Will Smith.
Yeah. It'd be mad good.
We on to the next topic. You get it, baby. All right, so we're on to our next topic, our last and final topic. This is a segment we like to do towards the end of the month. We call it the Netflix and Chill section. So we look at the films that are leaving or coming to Netflix, and we decide whether it's something you should see or just let it roll off of Netflix. So leaving, there's only one black movie leaving in October for Netflix, and that's Soul Plane, the classic 2004 film starring Kevin Hart. Before he was Kevin Hart.
Damn, man.
Made no money at the box office, but everyone's seen it because you had it on bootleg, 6 months before it came out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I gotta break the bootleg back out whenever I want to watch Soul Plane.
So is this something? Is this something that you gonna Netflix and chill, or you gonna let it roll off?
I'm definitely going to go to Netflix and chill this bad boy. And like, I actually love the movie Soul Plane. John Witherspoon being an old pervert with that model. I don't even know what's the model's name.
I can't remember. I know you're talking about.
But she was in next. I don't know. She's just a model. No. That was Kevin Hart's girlfriend. That was the model. John Witherspoon was a pervert with the old. Yeah, with like the older lady that just smelled nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I seen that movie recently, not too long ago, and I was sitting there like, how did they let this movie get made? Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like Snoop Dogg as a pilot smoking tons of weed, a purple plane with rims on it. Like
I know, like I don't know, like what, like because it would like all right, like it's like you said, I could see Kevin Hart making that movie now. Because Kevin Hart makes terrible movies in general, but
no, I don't think he
makes money. But I mean, getting money too, though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, why did they fight? Like, because dog, that plane with the spinners. What was like the CGI budget on that? Like, they had like computer engineers like working around the clock.
Man,
to
get
make
them spinners
on the plane. Right?
Get them spinners right, dog.
Graphic designers.
Like, yeah, I have no clue. And then there was like a party on one part of the plane. Like I
like that part though.
I don't know if like Kevin Hart and like some writers in the room like, man, what's the coolest shit to do right now? Man, throw some spinners on that plane. We gotta have Snoop Dogg. Man, get Snoop Dogg on the plane, and it just throw in a whole bunch of actors. But you like you said, it's it's stupid funny. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't mind watching it. Yeah, Method Man
played a nice role too.
Wasn't he with no?
He was kind of a big role. Like Method Man
I think he was a co-pilot.
Was Kevin Hart's cousin.
Yeah, he was
like, Kevin Hart's cousin, but he basically was kind of like. There wasn't a bad guy in the movie, but like he was kind of the one that was like causing trouble, and like Kevin Hart was like, "Oh, like stop doing that."
I didn't see the whole. I didn't see the whole thing because I realized like how crazy it was, but I can't remember. Was Kevin Hart? Did he have his Kevin Hart in that movie? Was he like?
Nah,
he was playing
Kevin Hart. A straight guy in this. Now he's always like the comedic relief, like for that Ice Cube movie with him.
Right on.
Or yeah. In Get Hard, he kind of plays like the straight man to Will Ferrell's. Which I actually gotta say, Get Hard is probably like the only Kevin Hart movie I actually kind of like. Okay.
Really, I haven't seen it yet.
It was actually decent.
But now that you said that, I'll probably check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, he says it's a Netflix and chill type of event. I say it depends on who you have to chill with, because you might throw some people off. If you might but it really does encompass like that era of spinning rims and loud music and Snoop Dogg.
Also, I mean, like what I meant too is like like the Netflix and chill. You should be watching it with somebody that you don't want to watch the movie at all. So
you know what?
The whole thing.
Hey, that's
you guys watch
smart.
the first couple of minutes of that bitch,
and you like
and keep it moving.
So they can be like, "Man, it's terrible, man. Come on, let me just suck you." No, it's bad.
I was gonna say my last Netflix and chill. What did I watch? We cut on. Oh, it was something. Oh, we cut on.
Human Centipede.
We cut on Jean-Claude Van Damme. We cut on Kickboxer or something. yeah.
Good classic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our show. So I'm your host as always, DJ Thirst, and I want to thank my guest, Kahlil Wilson, for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you coming through.
I don't know which camera I'm looking at, but thanks.
That one right there.
Thanks. Man.
Awesome. You got any place that you want to, anything you want to promote, anything you want to tell the people, anywhere they can find you at?
No, I'm a stand-up comedian around Chicago. Like Kahlil Wilson, like I said, my Twitter is at Midway Monster. My Facebook is Kahlil Wilson. I'm pretty hilarious on both, so check them out. I'm pretty good.
Hey, you'll be able to find all that in the link below. Make sure you subscribe right down here in the little box right here. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And that's Watch the Right Film. We out.